Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, it's morning for me. You know, it's in the early part of the day here. Still,
Good morning. Well, it's morning for me.
oops. It's still in the early part of the day out here in San Diego. So wherever you are, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Good night, right? We have some things to discuss here today in Star Citizen. So one of the things that's going on right now really isn't an issue with the game itself. It's more of an issue with the stipend. When I logged in yesterday, when I was able to finally log in, I had over 56 million alpha AUC, right? Which I was pretty happy about. I'm like, oh look, I have all these credits to buy ships and to do things. And this is one of the ships that I bought, the Talon, right? And I was able to put some size 4 fixed weapons on it, and I was able to hop into the verse and start getting shit done, right? In doing so, were you speaking French? Were you speaking French? Exist? I don't know any French. But like I was saying, I was able to get out here and start buying stuff. German, cool. Watch it from Germany. I appreciate that. Um, so I want to go take you guys to my contract manager, and I was able to build my red back up because. But you're good with English. All right, cool. Half Irish, man. You're all mixed up. That's what's up. So I was able to build my red back up, and I started to grind out bounties because I wanted to start building all my rep back up, and I was able to do that. In the process of doing that, I made a couple 100,000 credits, right? In addition to the money had already given me from the stipend. And then what I noticed is they just didn't take the stipend money away; they took everything away. And that for me is the controversial part because I shouldn't be penalized for you know the money I have already earned, like by playing the game. And so I did a couple of tests last night and off stream. And what I found is, at least last night, the money that I was earning, I was not actually earning, right? I'm okay with them taking the money away, right? But don't make it to where when I log out of the game, I have to start over at zero every freaking time, right? Also, with the stipend, right? I don't think 20,000 alpha AUEC is enough for the time that I put into the game because I know that in 317.1, I put in like way more than 100 hours. And I should be compensated for that, right? If that's what they're going to say, right? And the controversy lies in if you made a mistake, right? It's okay to own up to it, but then to penalize somebody else for your mistake, right? I think that's wrong, right? Yeah, I got wiped, but I think it's gonna come. It's gonna hit everybody soon. I mean, they have over 3 million accounts to go through, so I think it's going to be a. Now, granted, half of those accounts are duplicates, right? But I think it's going to be one of those things to where it's going to hit everybody soon, and I would hope that in the future that they learn from this mistake because it's one of those things to where I've kind of already noticed a drop in player counts because like yesterday and the days before that, right? you kind of had to wait to get into a server. And now I can just hop back in like it was 317.1. So it seems like in any case, CIG finds a way to shoot themselves in the foot. And if we're going to be doing, or playing this game like they want us to play it, they can't penalize us for earning credits, right? I think that's incredibly stupid. Because here's how it should work, right? It should be like, okay, either we're going to give you credits and then we're going to make, mission payouts lower, or we're going to give you nothing, or we're going to give you nothing and make the mission payouts higher, you know? And I do think it's wrong for them to go and wipe everyone's account. I do. You know? But I'm trying to look at it from also their perspective, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get accurate data for their game so they can make it the best that they can. But at the same time, sometimes you have to just live with your mistakes. Sometimes you just have to see where this goes. You have to. I think it's a good idea for them to see what would happen if everybody had a bunch of money, like how the game would be. And I still think that data to them is valuable. The only thing that I think they should wipe is people who are buying a bunch of ships, right? A bunch of the same ship. I don't know why you would need to buy a bunch of the same ship, but apparently that was what people were doing. Me, myself, I only bought 3 ships. Yeah, only bought 3 ships. So and I totally understand why people are pissed off. All right, I'm not messing with you boys in here today. Oh, missed all those shots. Yeah, and I don't think like when you make a new patch, pissing off your player base right away, I don't think that's a smart idea. And my biggest thing like right now too is like with the Siege of Orison, right? I did the Siege of Orison a couple of times in PTU, and when somebody else complete the mission, like if you weren't on that platform, like you didn't get paid. Yeah, I don't want to be in their shoes either. It's a difficult thing to do. Yeah, and now only thing that I'm trying to do is trying to look at it from both perspectives. I'm trying to look at it from the perspective of us, the players, and them as the game developers, because it's difficult. But like I said, pissing off your player base when you've just released a new update, a new critical update, when you're moving into 3.18 and on to 4.0 next year. This patch is a critical time for this game. It's like a make or break time, and so far it's break. You know, like there's supposed to be service beacons right now or rescue beacons for for this event, and there's none. And in the PTU, these things were paying out loads of money, and like in the live one, they're not paying anything. So, do you honestly think people are gonna sit around here and grind out uh, for this little bit amount of credits? Like this is only 1,800 credits. Like no one wants to do this. Maybe somebody that's new to the game that needs to kind of get used to the combat, the NPC combat. Yeah, sure, right. But someone like me who's been playing the game for a long time, who doesn't necessarily want to do bounties, I kind of want to mix it up. Now you're not giving me any options. Now I'm going to be going back to the same ways I was making money before, right? And the other reason I'm not doing the siege right now is just because, like, if you're not the one of the first people there or whatever, you know, it's not you're not going to get anywhere. And secondly, starting with 20,000 credits, if you go play the siege and you die, you're going to have to really get back to your body, because you get a good suit of armor and some weapons, and your money's already gone. Let me jump back to Port O, because I'm gonna have to go back to my old ways of making money. And I will do a test, like, yeah. Well, they're just getting old. The throwbacks are they're just simply getting old. I do have a theory. It's more of a conspiracy theory. I think that only some people were supposed to get that really high payout. They're trying to keep that only to like a small select few people, like some of the more popular people that stream this game. I think they were supposed to get that kind of money, so they can buy ships and like make content and stuff, right? I don't think that was supposed to be for everybody. Dude, your vocabulary is good, man. You speak English than most. You speak better English than most Americans, so you're good. You're good. Trust me. Put that back. We're gonna spawn in the Hercules. Yeah, I do have a Discord. Let me drop the link to that. I don't even think I'm on my Discord right now. Let me. I have the A2 Hercules, and I like it because it drops really big bombs. I dropped a massive bomb over Microtech yesterday. That was pretty fun. That video should be coming out soon. I should edit that one tonight. I wasn't gonna put any memes in it, but now I have to put memes because of this whole debacle. I will need a medium backpack. I'll go ahead and grab. Go ahead and get 2 of those. I'm on the voice channel too, so. Let me head out to my ship. See if this mission's available. Okay. Okay. Just let me know if it works out for you. We don't have a criminal nest mission. I actually want to check my mode trader to see how much money I actually have. My name in game is Starboy89. Gotcha. Added. Cool. Cool, cool. I'm on the voice channel right now, so if you have voice comms, you can hop in there. Let me see. Let me see. I should know about where that cave is. I'm pretty sure someone might be doing this mission right now, but we're gonna head that way anyway. If anything, I'll blow their ship up. Mine the cave for myself. We're looking for Wolf Point Aid Shelter. There it is. Hello, hello.
Hi, hi.
How's it going?
Doing good. Just waiting for some money coming on my account. Need to buy some beer from the shop for the weekend. But now, for now, I'm in the game and don't really know what to do right now. I just bought, I said, after the wipe, I bought 20 millions, which before I was like 300k, and it was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard of the second wipe overnight or something, but it didn't affect me, so I bought my Redeemer and couple stack and some other shit.
Yeah, it affected me, so I'm out here trying to get to this the cave on Daymar, the bad guys have ore in their armor, and if you take that ore and you sell it, you can make, you know, a couple $100K each time you do it. So I'm just trying to go find this cave real quick.
So the deal is like finding some dead guys or making them dead and then looting them. Or?
Yeah, well, you kill them and then you loot them. Normally there's a mission for it, but I think someone might be doing it. But I want to try to find the cave anyway, so that I can
So what do they have? What are they carrying?
they're carrying Dolivine.
Is it the best selling ore right now?
No, the best-selling ore is Hadanite, but the but the sizes of the ore that they have on them are 1370 SCU, which is bigger than what you would mine by hand, right? So the pieces are worth a lot more.
They are stacked. Probably.
No, you have to go in their armor and just grab them out one by one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard about ore that is stacked. Sorry. So you can grab a big amount like in one.
I wish it was that way. I haven't seen it like that personally.
I just saw a video where they're showing that.
Yeah, so I'm just flying and trying to look out for this this cave.
Daimar.
Yeah, I'm on Daymar.
Okay.
Or whenever that mission pops up, I'll go ahead and grab it.
When does the mission come up? Only if you are close to the cave?
So you have to build your rep first by doing like other smaller bounties and stuff like that. And once you do that, you'll have a in your bounty hunter thing, you'll have a mission called Clear Criminal Nest on Daymar, and that's the mission that you want to take because the mission pays you 30K, and then you can potentially make up to the one time that I did it, I was able to get all of the ore out of the guy's bodies without the inventory bugging, and I was able to make around 200K each time that I did it.
Okay. So how long does the overall mission take for you?
For me, so there's two ways that you can do it, right? The first way that I normally do it is I knock out the first guy that I see, right? Because by killing everybody, the mission, once you kill everybody, the mission's over. That means after a certain amount of time, the mission's going to repopulate, right? But if you knock the first guy out and then you go kill everybody else, essentially what you can do is, because there's loot boxes in the cave, you can go in and take all the loot out of the boxes that you want, put it onto your ship, go back into the cave, and the loot boxes will respawn, right? And when they respawn, sometimes they have more ore in them. So you can
Every time the loot boxes respawn, they have more ore in them.
yeah, because after you open the loot boxes, after a certain amount of time, they're going to disappear, right?
Yeah.
And then you can go back, and then when the loot boxes respawn, and take the ore out of them again, right? So that's the way that I normally do it, and I'll do that for an hour, and I'll make close to $1 million, because you can just essentially just stay there and just continue mining loot out of the boxes. And like I said, the ore in the loot boxes and in the guy's armor, the pieces are a lot bigger, so you have more loot to take. And then you go back to a admin terminal and you sell it and you make a lot of money. And that's what I was doing 317.1 to make money.
Okay, now you tried it in 317.2?
I tried it in the PTU and it still works.
Okay.
But I haven't tried it on live yet.
Okay, so if you don't kill all the guys, the mission will be not available for other players
So yeah.
do all the stuff before doing all the others?
So what you do is you knock the first guy out because he'll be incapacitated, right? And then you kill everybody else, and then you just take the ore off of them.
So one guy is not dead.
Yeah, he's not gonna be dead, but he'll be knocked out, so he's not gonna bother you.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds nice.
I'm just trying to find this cave right now. I'm flying in F4, which is dangerous in this game because there's no telemetry data when you're flying in third person. So you just kind of you have to be very careful. How long have you been playing this game for?
2015.
Oh wow, you've been playing for a while.
I had a off time, like 2 or 3 years, because it didn't make sense what what was available at this time.
Oh, I understand that.
But I started like, I don't know, what year do we have now? 2022, I think 2018 or 2019. I started over and then regularly playing.
Oh, that's good. I've only been playing. Well, I pledged for the game back in December. I played it a little bit in January, but I didn't really know how to play. So I started watching videos, and then I started playing the game like a lot in February of this year,
Yeah.
and they kind of like took over my stream because I was streaming like Gran Turismo and like a set of cores and stuff like that. But after a while, those kind of games get boring because it's all kind of the same thing. But this game gives you a lot of different things to do.
Yeah, and I mean, I had situations where was doing bounties only, and then I got bored, and I met people online just to make your own, not really role playing, but a little bit. So it got interesting again. So it can be boring because it's almost the same over and over again, like the bounties to fly bounties in the asteroid fields. It's annoying, and then the bounties on the surface of the moon or something. It, sometimes it has to have some Abwechslung. What's the English word for Abwechslung? Uh,
Some variety maybe.
yeah, yeah,
But I would say that right now, at least what I've seen in 317.2 so far in the live version, that the NPCs are a little bit harder to kill in the ships because most of the time in when I would do bounties, even in the PTU, I was like, oh, they're kind of still the same as before. But now I'm seeing like they're a little bit harder to kill because I'm just like I'm shooting them. It's like, why do you have so much health?
yeah. And they're shooting better,
Yeah.
aiming better, or whatsoever.
So that's actually a pretty good thing.
Yeah, of course.
Except that if the NPC has a ballistic loadout, they will have infinite ballistics, and you're just like, okay, like you can shoot me with infinite ballistic weapons, but I can't have infinite ballistic weapons. So that part of it does get annoying.
That's unfair.
Yeah, it's very
Unfair
unfair.
my today's word.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it is.
because I would like to like have my arrow with ballistic repeaters and have infinite ammo, and I can just wreck everything, you know?
Yeah, of course. Ballistic Gatling, even more interesting to have.
Yeah.
When I bought, I had the Cutlass Black as a pledged ship, well, an upgraded pledged ship, and in I think 3.14, 15 or something, it was so bugged, and I didn't want to fly with it anymore. So I made an upgrade to the what's it called, the Crusader, the Inferno, like the ballistic
Yeah. Yeah.
and they nerfed it. I was doing small targets, bounties, like the BHRT and even the ERTs. I was doing pretty good because of the high amount of ammo I had. Uh, Even if some shots didn't hit, but it was okay. And then I nerfed it, and there I was running out of ammo too quick, and I couldn't kill hammerhead. That was annoying.
Yeah, and the other annoying thing about those ships is they turn so slow. Like,
Yeah, they nerfed that too.
yeah, they turn so slow. I'm just like, how is this gonna be a capital, a capital ship fighter when it turns so slow? Because they're gonna have support ships. If you can't turn to shoot a support ship, then like that ship's kind of pointless to fly.
Yeah, will be destroyed very quickly.
Yeah.
And that's the second thing they nerfed about the Inferno. The movement was quite okay. The ammo was brilliant, and then the reaction is terrible.
Yeah, so I find myself liking the lighter fighters a little bit more, like the Talon. I like the Talon just because it has two size fours, even though it has small capacitors. But I still like it because I can take down most heavy fighters in the Talon just because of its two size fours.
Yeah, yeah. I used to love the Talon also. It gets destroyed very quickly if you are not a good pilot, like maybe I am. So
Yeah, I don't think I'm a great pilot either, but I've learned to um I've watched a lot of Avenger One's videos, and even though I'm not flying on a stick, I still think that I think I'm doing okay.
yeah, I used to be a good turret gunner in the Hurricane, and I had a friend who was flying the Hurricane. He was a pretty good pilot, so we were doing really good with that.
Yeah, my friend's a really good pilot too. Um, my friend Canop, we play this game a lot together. We used to play Battlefield back in the day, and he used to pilot, and I used to be his gunner. So we have that kind of dynamic. Even though it's a little bit different in this game, it still works out pretty well.
Yeah, cool, nice.
I still don't trust. I'm doing a bunker mission right now just to kill some time. I still don't trust these turrets at these bunkers, so I tend to park far away still.
Yeah, I didn't trust them when I first met them.
Right?
Having I think that was bounty missions patches ago. Um, Trying to shoot the turrets, the bunker turrets, with either missiles or guns was very hard to hit them, to destroy them.
Yeah. Can they? Are they allowing us to log onto them yet? Because I know for a while you couldn't log onto them. If I could log onto them, shoot them with a missile, that'd be great.
I think patches ago it was possible, but I can't remember what was the better solution, like throwing missiles at them or shooting them with the guns. One of those things didn't work, and the other worked.
Yeah, I would think that shooting them with a missile would work because it's not gonna. The turret can't dodge it. It doesn't have any anti-air defense unless it shoots the missile down itself. But would it even be aware that it's locked onto? That's my question.
Yeah, you have different kind of missiles. So I don't know. Maybe the what are they called? The electromagnetic ones
Yeah, maybe that one.
work better than the infrared or something.
Maybe. I mean, I have my A2. I could drop a bomb on it, but I don't have any money to replace those bombs because they're expensive.
Yeah. What does one bomb cost?
I think one bomb is like 20,000 credits, and that's pretty much all the money I have.
Okay. I can send you some of my money because I'm already below the amount of money I can buy a Carrick. I couldn't buy a 890 jumper, but I could have bought myself a Carrick, but there was no sense buying that one.
Yeah, a
Instead,
few of my friends, already bought those ships, so I don't feel the need that I need to buy them.
okay, you go together in one ship. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of dead guys in here already. Here, let me send you a party invite.
I might be AFK for a few minutes,
It's okay.
but I joined the party. Gonna send you some money. I don't know what to do. It's not a good thing to keep all your money for yourself if you have too much.
I agree. I was sending people money and stuff too.
Yeah. Oh, need to look up your name again.
That's Starboy89.
That's the in-game name.
Yeah.
Too many names.
Yeah, I made my Discord before I started playing games, really.
It makes it simple. In your party, it's just showing up. There you go. That's the little present.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Oh, now we have thunderstorm and lightning here.
Oh, where you live in Germany, right?
Yeah, near Hanover in the north of Germany.
Okay. I've been to Stuttgart to the military base there. When I was stationed in Africa, we went to Germany a couple of times to replenish the money that we needed for our missions out there in Africa. I like Germany a lot. I didn't really get to do much. I didn't really leave the base, but just flying in and looking at it, it looks pretty nice. I'd like to go back and visit. And I also like German cars too, so.
German cars, yeah. I don't have a driving license, but I love cars, like fast cars, just for the thing, you know,
Yeah.
like watching how fast can a Bugatti go, McLaren or Koenigsegg or the new electric brand from Croatia, like with 1.5 seconds from 0 to 60 miles an hour or something.
Yeah,
It's
it's getting insane.
not always interesting for me, but sometimes.
Yeah, so I have a Mercedes GLA 45 AMG. I love that little
What's the
thing.
number again?
Huh?
AMG, which number?
The GLA 45.
45. I need to Google that.
It's like a little. It's like a because in the United States, people don't like buying wagons. So it's basically like they took the A45 and just lifted it up and called it an SUV, and people bought it. I would much prefer the A45. Oh god, I just got killed from behind.
Oh no.
Oh. I don't even know where this guy came from.
Was it a player or an NPC?
It was an NPC. I think he like may have spawned. I'm on Daymar.
No, I mean, where do you live?
I live in San Diego, California. It's about 2 hours south of Los Angeles.
That's West Coast, right?
Yeah, West Coast.
Yeah, I was took a little of time to know. Okay, Florida is East Coast, California is West Coast. Okay.
Yeah, I like it out here.
LA, Angel of Cities, City of Angels.
Yeah, I like San Diego a little bit better than Los Angeles, just because it has kind of all the same stuff, but just less people. Better, the traffic is better. The weather's actually better here than it is in LA because San Diego is the entire city itself is closer to the ocean, whereas most of Los Angeles is like further away from the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So like where I live at, I live I can I can get to the beach in 20 minutes by car.
That's nice.
Yeah. And LA, like if you live, you know, like say you live in like Inglewood or something like that, the beach is going to be like over an hour away just because of the traffic alone.
Mm.
And also the beaches in Los Angeles, a lot of them are just riddled with homeless people because it's gotten so bad over the past couple of years. And that's really not a thing here in San Diego. It's really only one beach that has a lot of homeless people, and that's Ocean Beach. But other than that, you know, you can always find a decent beach in San Diego.
I know the name of San Diego. I never. I just. I liked the name. Like when I heard of San Diego the first time, never knew where it really is. Really is. But yeah, living near the beach is a good thing. I know in America is distances are like 2, 3, 4, 5 times more when you just say, "Oh, we are going off the road." So in America, is it like 10, 20 kilometers? In Germany, like up the road is like
Walking, just walking up the street. Yeah,
walking 200 meters or whatsoever.
yeah.
But we had a friend from America here, and they bought a dishwasher, and she asked me, can we collect it from the other guy? Yeah, where is it at? Yeah, it's just up the road. Okay. We are going for half an hour up the road, through the next city, through the next city.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, the distances are a little bit because you know the United States is like it's not that big of a country. I mean, it's big, but compared to other countries, it's not really that big. But everything is spread out. There's great distances in between things here. Well, the more west, like on the East Coast, things are a little bit bunched up, like the Northeast, like around New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, New Hampshire, like all that, Maine, like all that's kind of more condensed. But the more you go west and south, things kind of spread out a little bit more. It's
Mm.
very spread out.
Like in the desert.
Yeah. I'm originally from Texas, and you can drive in Texas for 20 hours and still be in the state. That's how big it is.
Big. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And I've driven from the East Coast to the West Coast. That was a fun little road trip, but I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, like when I see houses and their yards, they are kind of wide, and the next neighbor is like maybe 50 meters away or something.
Yeah.
And here is a house, another house, small gardens. It's really packed together, and then you have a little bit space of where the crops are growing, like the fields of the farmers and everything. And then comes the next little village, where everything is again very close to each other, every house. A friend of mine from Germany, his wife is working in America, so they had to move there in near of Chicago, and he showed me a video, and was like I thought, big yard, next house is like 50 meters away. So.
Yeah, and that really just depends on where you live because like the bigger cities, they're not really building more houses. They're building more of the condos and those type of buildings. Just because like the space is like getting limited because everybody's living more like in the cities. People don't really live outside of cities anymore. But once you get outside of the cities, like here, I live in the city still, so I have a condo that I bought in at the end of 2021, and once you go out to more like El Cajon, which is like the east part of the county, you can find like houses that are more spread apart, and you'll see people like having like gardens and stuff like that. It's good, and eventually that's what I want to do too. But the houses here are just so expensive.
The houses outside the city.
Yeah, even outside of the city now, like everything's just getting so expensive.
Yeah. So I had set my home base to Earthing all the time. Now I put it to hardcore because I really like the city more than Lorville.
It's less confusing. Lorville is super confusing.
Yeah, it is, and so narrow, and you can't see the sky, and
Yeah.
whatsoever. The disadvantage is, I think, at hardcore you can't spawn ground vehicles.
That's true. That is a disadvantage.
Only one. So I'm gonna fly with my caddy. We'll fly to hardcore. Then I'm AFK for maybe 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, I'll be here streaming still. There's some things that I want to test. I want to see if if I log out, if the money stays. Hopefully that they're done clearing out wallets and stuff like that. So, because last night I like when they wiped my account completely, when I went down to 20,000 credits, I got up to like 500,000 credits again, and then I logged in today and like all that money was gone. So yeah, and that's
What are they doing?
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. And it wasn't even like with the credits that I have, I wasn't going like on a crazy like spending spree. I just bought a couple of ships that I really wanted. I got the A2, I got the Talon, I got the yeah, just the Talon, and the A2 are the only ships that I bought. And the Blade, I bought the Blade too. But the Blade seems to be bugged. Like the cannons, when you shoot the gun, the cannons don't shoot. So I don't know if the ship is bugged right now.
I had that kind of issue. I don't know if it was the blade. No, it was the defender, where there was no continuous shooting. Like one mouse click was one shoot, like a shotgun or something.
Oh yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, that's right. But the blade is my overall favorite looking ship in the whole game.
Yeah, it looks really really cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like the Batman's ship that he flies.
Yeah, right. Yeah, gonna buy that again also. So yeah, I only got the Cutlass Black and the Redeemer, and I didn't. I wasn't ripped apart. My purse wasn't ripped apart, so I still got
That's
some money.
good.
I bought a few stuff,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's still a lot.
because I sent you 2 million. That's fine.
Yeah, that's still a lot, you know. And I didn't like my plan was like okay, I was like I'm gonna buy 890 jump, but before I buy it, you know, I wanted to grind a couple of million credits, you know, and then I was gonna buy it like towards the end of my stream, and then like I started noticing that I couldn't buy anything, and then I got on Spectrum and people were talking about how they're wiping people's credits.
I'm gonna wait till the night is over maybe, and then see if I still got the 18 million. But maybe I'm gonna buy the blade anyway.
Yeah, I think you're good because if you weren't good, you wouldn't be able to send money.
Ah, okay. So I am AFK for now.
Okay.
See you a bit later.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. We got this guy coming to help us, Blood Rainy, coming to support. Let's try to see if we get any more support. If not, then we are just going to have to go all the way back to our court, which is not ideal, but maybe it's what's bound to happen. All right, well, nobody was going to come. Going all the way back to our court. Go to center mass real quick. Oops, that's a... What do you mean, Nightshade? Was there something wrong with it? Because I haven't seen anything wrong with the elevators. They had a double door and you can not buy ship weapons. Yeah, it looks like they fixed that. So yes, it's been fixed. To be honest, I didn't even know there was a center mass here until like yesterday. One thing they need to do with these terminals, they need to make like a shopping cart. That way you can like click multiple things and just buy it all at once. Yeah, it is kind of hidden. It's way out of the way. Yeah, it's fixed. New Babbage is not bad. New Babbage would be like my second place to start. I just chose ArcCorp because I've chosen them all except for here. And I didn't really start coming to ArcCorp until like the end of last patch. Yeah, ArcCorp is one of the best. Except for sometimes I have really bad frames here. Like now. That's true. After I recover my body and finish a couple of missions on Crusader, I'm gonna hop over to Microtech to do missions. That's the just missed it. All good. Nightshade, how long have you been playing Star Citizen for? Okay, so you've been playing for a little bit. $5,000 later, dang. So they got you, huh? Nightshade, you know what that name reminds me of? And I don't know if you ever read like the Song of Ice and Fire books. I believe Nightshade was the thing the warlocks drink, like that drink they take. It's kind of like the werewood paste. Yeah, it's a good hobby. It's a good hobby to have. This one, you know, 317.1 was kind of you know, shitty for a little bit, but I think 317.2 has a lot of potential. But I do think CIG shot themselves in the foot with the stipend debacle. They really screwed this one up. Because here's what I expected, right? When they said they're going to be giving out stipends, I was expecting, players, to have between like 2 and 3 million credits, right? That's what I expected. I never expected them to give us like, cause I have 56 million alpha AUC, and I never, like I said, I never expected to get that much. I think 2-3 million is nice, and also with the rep, I didn't keep my rep. Well, I streamed this game, so I played, you know, a lot. So with me losing my rep, I felt like me getting that much credit was a good thing. Now here was the really messed up thing. Here was the really messed up thing. I was still going out doing missions, so I have not here on ArcCorp, but over on Crusader. Over on Crusader, I have all my rep built back up, and I had earned a couple 100,000 credits, and I lost that too, and that's what it really has me upset because it was like, okay, I just wasn't sitting around buying stuff. I was actually going out playing the game. I was actually going out building my rep back up, and to see like all of my effort that I put in taken away because of their mess up, that kind of has me like, all right. It kind of makes you not want to play. I stopped playing last night for that reason alone, because like I would earn the credits and I would check my mode trader, and then I would see that all of my credits are being taken away. I would log out and log back in, just go to the menu and back into the game, and all of my stuff was gone. So I was just like, you know what? This is not even worth playing right now. And it's not an issue with the game itself because the game is very playable, right? But if you are trying to earn credits, and you can't, then what's the point? Yeah. So Thursday there was an issue with the U.S. servers, right? Where they were like broken. So what I wound up doing was I wound up buying or using my VPN and playing through Europe, which worked fine for the most part. It was a little bit laggy, but when is this game not really laggy, you know? Yeah, I was getting that same error code. And to be honest, like, because I've uploaded a couple of videos, and I wasn't gonna make a meme, right? I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna make a meme. The game's working fine. But the video that I'm working on uploading right now, there's gonna be a meme at the end about the stipend thing. There has to be. Oh Jesus Christ! Can I set her out, please? Are you in the game right now, Nightshade? Maybe now they'll let me jump somewhere else. Cool. Yeah, I need to complete this mission and grab my Hercules and take it over to Microtech, start building rep out there. Nightshade, do you do any PvP stuff in this game? couldn't remember if I've seen someone with a similar in-game name with yours doing PvP stuff. I don't remember. Yeah, that dude, he's top level. I was saying that they should make the NPCs based off of his fighting style, right? And the only reason I say that is because it'll raise the skill level of uh of players in the game, right? And I don't think they should try to make the space combat any easier. I do think that they should balance the ships a little bit more. That's what the game really needs, you know. No, there's no reason that I have a heavy fighter, a ship this size, and I only have two shields. I should have shields all the way around. So they need to revamp that entire thing to make it to where, you know, ships can have shields all the way around. I think it's a good idea. Yeah. Um, my name in game is Starboy89. Got you locked in. Yeah, man, we can do some things in the verse. Yeah, I'm just doing this finishing up this bounty mission that I had earlier. Then I want to head over to Microtech, start building up my rep out there. I want to drop some more bombs on that derelict site. Yeah, I'm here still. I just got back to the bunker where I died at.
I'm out of breath. Was raining very heavily here, and I tried to lift it.
Oh, you had to go outside for something?
Yeah, needed to go to the shop and to the bank and then to the shop.
Okay.
Getting some beer for the weekend.
That's the one thing I didn't get to try when I was in Germany. I didn't get to try some of the German beer.
I never tried American beer, so maybe worth trying too. I love the Irish ales.
I had an Irish ale a couple of years ago. Those are pretty good. But I don't drink any alcohol anymore though. I'm not a very good I don't I don't keep alcohol or beer down very well.
No, me too. I need to drink more or less. No, how do you say it? Like this. The afterwards effects are not moving all correct.
Yeah, they're not. I'm trying to be as careful as I can doing this being back in this bunker because
Do you need any help? I can come there. I have a decent armor, very very strong armor. I need to go get some personal weapons. Though.
I'll probably be done by the time you get here. I just have to be careful of NPCs spawning in behind me.
Yeah. Yeah. Then they're not making clear that they are there. They don't say hello or something. Hi.
Yeah, hi, I'm here. Or they can rubber band, like they'll be in one place and then they'll shoot back across the map to somewhere else. So reading a text message, oh my god, myself killed.
Oh.
Oh, my body's no longer here.
Pardon?
My body that I came back for is not even here. It's okay. I have new armor anyway. Better armor.
The marker was there, but the body is gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happens that way sometimes. Yeah, Nightshade. They wiped a lot of people's stuff.
Are still doing the live stream on YouTube? Or?
Yeah, I'm still streaming.
Ah, okay. I cannot join you. I pressed join leader and then it disappeared and nothing happened. Really
Yeah, I
strange.
think that thing is bugged. I was having the same issue yesterday with when I was playing with some of my friends.
Okay.
Oh, there he is. All right, let me get back to the Hercules now.
Ah, no, it shows server full. I'm trying to join a few other friends here, but all the servers are full.
Yeah, they're starting to fill back up. I was running to the same thing. One of the things that I did that kind of got me back into a server is I joined Arena Commander,
Uh-huh.
and then I was able once I got out of that, I was able to get right back into a server.
Okay. But right out of Arena Commando or just with Arena Commando go back in the menu and then join the server?
Yeah, so I would go in and I would I would just go in and like mess around, like not getting into like a match. I would just go into Arena Commander and I would come back out, and I was able to get into a server.
Okay, that's a workaround. You never know.
Yeah.
Stay for me.
Okay. Right now we're about to go do one of my favorite money making things. Got our first loot box. All I have is a helmet.
I'm back.
Okay, welcome back.
Thank you. What are you doing right now?
I'm at the cave in Daymar, and I'm going to do some killing and some looting over here. Hopefully they hopefully say again?
Still the thing you wanted to do.
Yeah. Just took a little bit longer to get here just because I died in the bunker earlier. So now the mission's popped up and I'm gonna go in here and try to knock this thing out real quick. because I want to do some of the missions over at Microtech. They have some of the newer missions for the Ninetales over there.
What are they exactly?
So they have the wrecked reclaimer over on Microtech, and there's like a Ninetales mission there that I want to check out. And I think there's another different one over there too.
Oh, I need to check them out. Is it recommended or required to have a special ship there, or is it more FPS? On foot?
It's more on foot, the reclaimer mission, but I have my A2, so I want to see if I can just drop a bomb on them and see what happens.
Okay, just put a fucking bug on everything.
Yeah.
Be fine.
Well, the inventory bug still exists, because I just got it.
Which inventory bug?
The infinite loading.
Oh.
Oh no, it went away. Okay, that was weird. Nightshade in the chat says none of the elevators are working at New Babbage Spaceport right now. What about the ground elevators? The ones for the garages, are those ones working? I was hoping elevator issues would be a thing of the past, but seems like they're coming right back. Stuck in Metro Loop. Wow.
The doors not open?
I guess so.
Yeah, that's common in Microsoft. I thought they had fixed it already.
The issue that I had at Microtech is the commons wouldn't spawn in, so I would have to ride the Metro Loop like around in circles until it would spawn in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good times.
Yay.
But I have to constantly like remind myself that this game's still like an alpha, even though it feels like a complete game. It's not. Like not even close.
Well, it is close to a full game because you are able to play it and having fun, and you have to live with the bugs.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less. Regardless, call it an alpha or whatever. Because I know how. I don't know how long is this game out. Even it's not. I think 10 years, 20 years, 15.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Right. And there were good times and bad times. So
Yeah. Very true.
sometimes I thought, oh, will never play it again. And then, come on, give it a try.
I think it's good to take breaks every once in a while from this game.
Yeah, sure. And then if you play it again, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But I want to see how the game's going to be after these first 2 weeks of events are over. If the player counts will still stay high, or if it'll kind of fall off again.
If what stays high?
The players, like, because you know they're doing these events for the next couple of weeks, the Jump Town 2.0 and the Siege of Orison. I want to see if people are still playing after that.
Okay. Like regarding to if it's working good or working
Yeah,
not that good.
because I think right now, there's a lot of people playing, so the more people there on the servers, like the more issues that we're gonna have. And I want to see like some of these issues go away if the player counts go down.
Hmm. Yeah, could be interesting. Like I said before, I don't want to be in their shoes, and it's yeah. If you're not part of the development or not part of the whole CIG team or whatsoever, it's hard to guess or to say why did they do this and why did you do that? Why
Yeah,
don't they fix that and not putting something new in the game where the others then fixed everything? So
yeah. Making video games is hard. People gotta understand that, especially something of this scope is it's hard to get right.
yeah, and I'm fully on their side because you know if you have like I don't know the English word for it, like a company like Bethesda or
Right.
any other company who publish game publishers companies. They have a timeline. It has to be finished from day one to day to this date. And if it's not finished, yeah, we have to put it out anyway. And we know there were a lot of games which were full of bugs, or the immersion the fantasy of developers, game developers, is like endless.
Yeah.
I suppose. I think, but they have the limits of the death line.
Yep. It's exactly true.
Companies and so on and so on. Like if I played GTA 3, 4, 5, whatsoever, or Elder Scrolls or Fallout, um, you run around in a city and you are supposed to open any home, any house, like breaking up the door or whatsoever. It's not possible. It's not
Right.
implemented in the game. So that are small, but I think important little features of the game. And so I'm totally okay that this game will take so long because they are thinking of such little things to put in the game. Like I said, I was signing it in 2015, and I was like, I think it was Port Odessa, because the others weren't in the game at the stations, and you could take like a screwdriver and carve your name in a steel wall, something. It will be there, and it would be stayed there forever.
Oh wow.
Little cute details.
Yeah.
They put it out. It's not in the game anymore, but it's part of the persistency, which they're mentioning. Like you spit on the floor, the spit
Stays there
stay there forever, and so on and so on.
until it dries. Yeah.
And it was there already. They took it out again because of their own reasons. I don't know. But I found that very precious to think of, to put in the game. Such small little details over and over.
Yeah. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. And you know, like I said, like this game, like the scope is massive, right? So I think you know something like this needs time, and not only that, but the technology in which they're using to make game engines is rapidly changing, right? And I think that that's having a lot of impact too, because you know they're starting this game on this very old engine, you know, and they're basically having to rebuild this entire game engine from scratch, which is not easy. So it's going to be full of bugs.
Yeah, that's another thing I thought of. Back when they started, it was a relatively new engine. It was the CryEngine 3, I think.
Right.
And yeah, no, they have other stuff. That is words don't come easy. Developing or involving much faster than this particular game is.
Yeah. And the engines are like, I mean, just look at the new Unreal Engine 5 versus CryEngine 3. You know what I mean? Like, they can do way more with that. So they're having to basically, at the same time that they're developing this game, rebuild CryEngine, you know? Or their own version of CryEngine specifically for this game.
I'm not a programmer. I'm not a game developer. So I don't know how hard it would be, like taking the Unreal 5 engine and yeah, just put it on there. I think it's might be not that easy.
Yeah, it's not that easy. It's not that simple because the code and the language is probably all different.
Yeah.
And I think like also like they have to license Unreal 5 engine, so it's more of like they've already licensed CryEngine 3, so like it's more money spent, but they are making a lot of money with these pledges and people backing the game and all that stuff too. So, you know, I think that the player base,
I don't think money is an issue here.
yeah, I think the player base and the backers should have a say in how they develop this game. Like if the players demand like, hey, we want to see this on, you know, Unreal Engine 5, I think, you know, What's another 5 years in development? You know,
Yeah.
because there's something like when I,
They're doing that already nearby, beside of the moon.
yeah, because something like in the Aegis, I think it's the Retaliator, not the Retaliator, but one of the Aegis ships has a fake it has a fake reflection in the window when you're flying it, so it's impossible to see anything when you're flying. And that's one of the things I was like, okay, you know, if they were using, you know, a different engine like Unreal Engine 5, they could have real reflections and not these fake reflections. It would be, you know, much easier for them to do. But like I said, like I'm not a game developer either, so like who am I to say?
Yeah, it's easy to say because it's just the idea is just in the mind, and the reality is different.
Right.
Sadly. Uh, yeah. Why isn't just one engine in the whole on the whole Earth, just where all creative brains and developers stick their brains together and work on one thing? If somebody has a new idea which is better, all should take over that idea, and so on and so on.
Yeah, I just think the because you know the video game competition is about it's about money, right? And people want to say I have the best product or I have the best thing, you know. So
I wonder if that will stop one day.
I think as long as we live in a more capitalistic style of world, right, where we have like the separation that we have between things, I think it'll probably continue. But given seeing what they're doing with this game and you know this old engine, if anyone is thinking about developing a space game in Unreal Engine 5, I think they're gonna have a lot of success doing it.
No. I mean, I'm 36 right now, and in all my lifetime, I always thought about things which, for me, could change very quick. But how long are humans here now on the Earth? Like 5, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 years? I don't know. And development or the evolution takes this time, its time also. So maybe we are not going to live enough to see the final release of Star Citizen.
Yeah, maybe not, which would be sad. I mean, I'm only 33, so I would think that I have a little bit more time, right? But you know, you just never know how.
A little bit more.
Yeah, we just never know like which turns life is gonna take us on, you know. So nice that you just got you to your ship. That's good. This should be a decent amount of ore when I sell it. This should be at least 100,000. I think I might be able to get it all to fit in this one bag. Okay. Outside in the garden getting some fresh air. It's nice. I need to build me a garden here in my current place. There's just something about growing your own fruits and vegetables, you know? Just trying to make sure that I looted everyone. I love growing tomatoes. It's one of my favorite plants to grow. I eat a lot of tomatoes too. I make a lot of pasta. So it's only right that I have plenty of tomatoes laying around. Why am I crouching? All right, you mean to jump back to port O. Yeah, I would only grow enough just for me. I don't like having an excessive amount of food laying around because then like you feel like you're always having to eat. Like one of the things that I've been fortunate about in my life in my travels is I've learned that Americans eat way too much food, right? Our portions are very, very big. And after being and living in so many foreign countries in my life, I don't eat as much, because I got used to not eating, these large American style portions of food. Yeah, so I try not to be wasteful. Even when I go to the supermarket to buy food and stuff, I normally only get enough for, when I'm gonna cook. Yeah, that's all you have to do. I do buy a lot of fruit from the farmers market because I do a lot of juicing. I like making fresh juice, so I buy a lot, but I normally juice it the same day that I buy it. I don't let it sit around.
No way. You have to know how often how often you can go shopping and just find the right market
Oh yeah,
to sell what you need. And um, in the small town or village I live, they have they do have it anywhere else. But we have something here. They call it food sharing. So some people go and collect food from stores which can't be sold anymore because it's out of date or something, but it's still good and edible. And they give it away for free. They make like they have a garage and they have a Telegram or a WhatsApp group, and they tell people when to come, and you can go there and collect it. And it's a really, really, really good thing.
that is good. That's really good. Need more stuff like that here because I'm sure grocery stores here throw away a lot of food.
Yeah, they have to because it's the law. You
Yeah,
cannot sell food which is out of date, if it's even if it's still edible. It's a shame. It's a waste.
it's very wasteful.
That's when I think like the open space you have maybe in Texas or even in Russia. There are big countries which are full, packed full of cities and population, where you can get like a, it doesn't have to be that big, but enough to have like 10 or maybe 50 people, and you only do your own stuff. You are fully independent of yeah, energy and water and whatsoever. Grow your own vegetables. If you want to eat meat, have a stock of sheep or chicken or whatsoever.
Yeah, I think living like that is good.
Yeah, it is.
I think living like that is good. I think it's a smart way to live. Um,
Yeah.
and not only that, it's a more natural way to live. Because I think we live very unnatural. I mean, cities and things are cool and all that, but it's not very natural.
not down to earth.
No, it's not at all. That's actually one of the things I was thinking about because I was thinking about moving out of the country somewhere to where I can live a little bit more sustainably, and then the I'm looking to move to more like tropical places that have a lot of natural food just already grown there. You know, places like Costa Rica where there's a lot of it's very green. A lot of the nature isn't commercialized by private companies and things like that. The way I can just have my own food growing and living very very sustainably.
Yeah. I mean, what doesn't make sense to put all in concrete, um, building houses where naturally potatoes or tomatoes grow just wild,
Yeah,
and it's a funny and kind of stupid uh, evolution.
yeah. The southeastern part of the United States used to be like it was a forest essentially. It was like a jungle. The southeast, like northern parts of Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, South North Carolina, Virginia, like all these places, like it was all covered in trees, and now a lot of the trees are gone because they've cut so much stuff down for development.
Needing wood to build furniture or paper. I don't know what other
Yeah,
things. Yeah. That just yesterday I saw a drawn picture like somebody seeing an apple tree, and he's standing in front of the apple tree and he cuts it down, building like a shrine to pray for an pie tree.
yeah.
Like, you know,
It's kind of backwards because you can have the
already there. You don't
yeah.
have to do anything. Just take nature as it is. It provides you with everything.
That's what I tell people. I tell them that the planet is the planet's very intelligent, and it provides all for things that live on the planet, right?
Yeah, yeah,
There's enough for everybody, and we don't have to hoard resources and keep it all to ourselves. Like, just take what you need.
yeah. I don't know why this happens in mankind or in the evolution of the Earth. Or it's controversial and doesn't go in my mind.
Yeah, I just think that corporations they just want more control. If you can control the food and the water, you can essentially control the people. You know?
Yeah, Macht. What's Macht in English? Might, power.
Yeah,
Why do you need power? Uh, why don't they want just to be happy?
I have no idea.
No, either.
All right, now we're gonna start the jump to microtech, but it shouldn't take too long because we are in the A2. It's pretty quick with its quantum drive. Faster than most smaller ships too, which is nice. And the quantum drive is massive, so you don't have to worry about having to refuel all the time. You can go multiple places.
Is it the stock quantum drive?
Um, I I think so. I think I've only upgraded my shields and a couple of my guns to from cannons to repeaters.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to buy the rest of the repeaters for all the turrets on the ship, but then the money thing happened and I couldn't buy anything because my wallet was getting wiped. But I might do it again here soon.
go in the shops and try to remember the names which the names of the guns and the system components which I had before. Just buy a few and then go with every ship, go through each station and try to put it up.
Yeah.
Quite difficult.
The DPS calculator has been a real lifesaver for me because I was doing the same thing, having to go around from place to place and try to find things, and that's the part of the learning curve of this game because they give you essentially like no explanation of anything. Like you're just in the verse and you have to figure it out.
Yeah, that's a real life immersion thing.
Yeah.
There were games where there weren't any tools which told you where to find things. You have to figure it out all by yourself. Same here. You could remember where to buy several things, but you got lazy because you have the DPS calculator.
Yeah.
There's I was told of another tool, also another web address. Let me check it. The name is finder.cstone.space.
And that's like to find like weapons and stuff.
Yeah, everything. The GPS calculator is all about chips, and this one has also the FPS, like personal armor.
Oh, okay. You can put that in the chat so people watching the stream can get that as well.
The usage is not that comfortable like the DPS calculator, but yeah, it's very the overview and the handling. How to say?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. The user interface is not very good, but the information is very good.
Yeah.
I understand. I think that's one of the abilities that after being in so many foreign countries, talking to people that English is not their first language, I'm very very patient with them because they don't have the vocabulary, so I have to fill in. I have the ability to fill in what they're trying to say, so it makes it easier to communicate.
Yeah. I had that. The game Freelancer.
I've heard of it. I've never played it.
That was where Chris Roberts was game developer also in that game, and I played that from the game is from 2003, and I played it from 2005 to 2007.
Oh wow.
It was like a simpler version of Star Citizen, so to say. Um, and there were yeah, almost every language you can imagine. The people from all over the world were playing that. I was playing on a German server, and there were the Spanish player, Portuguese players, Russian players, you name it. And the Russian players also spoke English, and they sounded to me like I might sound to you right now.
Right.
So I was able to understand them. Um, it took a little while, like me as half Irish. I always heard my mother talking English, and I'm completely understanding her all the time, no matter what she says. Uh, then we had what do we have? English-speaking countries. American, of course. England is one of the countries where you have so many dialects. And I was working in an American company, Symantec. It's like a anti-virus software. Was working in the Netherlands. For the company, I had one colleague from London, and I could not understand one word he was saying. London is one of the worst dialects, English dialects for me to understand.
I understand because sometimes I watch a lot of UFC, and sometimes when the guys from London are talking, you can barely understand what they're saying. I'm just like, is that even English? It's like they just sound like their words are just like all slurred together.
Yeah. Every time the colleague was coming to my desk and asking me something, what are you saying? And
Yeah,
yeah, Chinese, something.
I don't know. Like this, it's very difficult to understand. I remember I was in at Heathrow for a layover, and I wanted to go out into to London to explore, and one of the cab drivers had an accent like that, and I could not understand him, and I felt bad because, you know, he's probably thinking that I'm being rude, but in reality, I'm not. I can't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, yeah, right. I don't know if they are aware of that, that people don't understand them.
Yeah, I don't know,
Some are, maybe some others not.
but I'm sure like it's the same for us. Like they probably make fun of the American accents because some Southern accents are very hard to understand, especially like in Louisiana in particular. People that live in the bayou, that bayou accent is very hard to understand. It's like it sounds a lot like the people from London. It sounds almost exactly the same.
Okay.
It's just a little bit different, you know.
I need to look that up. I love hearing languages and accents. Uh, I'm not very good at learning different languages, which I would love if I would be able to, but I'm not. But I love to hear that. Louisiana.
Yeah, you have to hear people from the bayou talk. It's different.
How do you spell Bayou?
It's Bayou.
Okay, I need to hear them talking.
Yeah, see if you can see if you can understand. It's it's pretty good.
Oh, this Louisiana. I am speaking Bayou French. No, that's too much.
Again, this is not gonna work if the CPUs just keep desyncing all the time when I'm trying to shoot them. Yeah, I still don't trust those turrets though. Oh, son of a bitch. Forgot you can't run and reload. Oh my goodness. I think I'm ending the stream here, guys. I forgot you can't run and reload. I saw a bad guy and I was low on ammo, and I tried to reload and run at the same time, and you can't do that in this game still. So I was killed, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream here. Go to the beach. It's a nice day outside, so yeah.
What's the time here? It's 10:20 p.m.
It's 1:20 p.m. here.
Ah, so
Yeah, I still have the day to spend, you know.
yeah, good man.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone from watching. Thanks for coming to hang out in the Discord with me, and I'll see you guys next time.
See you later.
See ya.
Cheers.
Cheers.